right, let's dive into the story of a cosmic explosion so incredibly powerful, so unbelievably bright that astronomers just had to call it Superman. It's a wild tale about a black hole and, well, a giant star it decided to eat for lunch.
So, I want you to try and wrap your head around this number. Imagine a light that shines with the brightness of 10 trillion suns. No, that is not a typo. Astronomers picked up a flare from the depths of space that was just that bright. It's almost impossible to even imagine.
And that's exactly the question that sent researchers scrambling. I mean, seriously, what could do that? This one single baffling observation kicked off a cosmic detective story that would take 5 full years to unravel. And what they found was a celestial event on a scale nobody had ever seen before. Now, here's where it gets even crazier. This impossible light wasn't just powerful, it was also ancient, incredibly ancient. The signal had been traveling for 10 billion years just to reach our telescopes. It's like a faint whisper from a much, much younger universe. So they traced the culprit to one of the most chaotic places you can find, the very heart of a galaxy. Specifically, something called an active galactic nucleus, or an AGN. You can think of it as a supermassive black hole that's in the middle of a feeding frenzy. And this particular black hole? Oh, it's just about 500 million times more massive than our sun. No big deal. But here's the thing. When astronomers first saw this flash of light, they didn't really know what they were looking at. The brightness was so far off the charts that it actually sent them down completely the wrong path. It basically became a 5-year-long cosmic cold case. So here's how it all went down. The first detection happened way back in 2018. It was spotted by the Zwicky Transient Facility, which is a survey designed to catch exactly these kinds of fleeting cosmic events. The object got logged, but for 5 whole years, its true record-shattering nature just sat there, a total mystery. The team's first suspect was something called a blazar, and honestly, it made sense. Blazars are famous for being ridiculously bright because they're basically supermassive black holes that shoot a jet of high-energy particles right at us. It was a good theory, but there was one piece of the puzzle that just didn't fit. And this was the smoking gun. When the team finally went back and re-examined the data years later, they found it. See, a typical blazar kind of flickers randomly, but this thing, its brightness was changing smoothly, steadily. That smooth curve was the key that unlocked the whole mystery. So, with the blazar theory officially out, scientists uncovered the real perpetrator of this cosmic light show. And let me tell you, it's an event so violent it completely rewrites the record books for this type of thing. The flare was caused by what's known as a tidal disruption event, or a TDE. It's exactly what it sounds like. This is what happens when an unlucky star wanders a little too close to a supermassive black hole. The gravity is so intense that it literally shreds the star into streams of superheated gas, and that unleashes a blast of energy and light that can outshine entire galaxies. And just to really hammer home the scale of this thing, think about the star that got torn apart. It was at least 30 times the mass of our own sun. The previous record holder, an event they nicknamed Scary Barbie, which is amazing, involved a star that was only about 3 to 10 times our sun's mass. Superman is on a whole other level of cosmic destruction. And get this, the show isn't even over. The flare is still going on. That means we are watching this black hole right now, in the middle of its gigantic meal. The lead author, Matthew Graham, put it perfectly with this amazing image. Okay, this next part is gonna bend your brain a little bit, but it's so cool. Remember how the light traveled for 10 billion years to get here? Well, during that time, space itself was expanding. It's like stretching a rubber band. This expansion literally stretches out the light waves, a phenomenon called cosmological time dilation. And for us, that means we're watching this whole cosmic drama unfold in slow motion, at about a quarter of its actual speed. So, okay, a giant star got shredded. We're watching it in slow motion. Pretty epic. But beyond the sheer spectacle, why is a discovery like this such a game changer? What does this 1 in a million event really teach us about the universe? Well, it gives us some incredible new insights. For starters, it tells us that massive stars like this one can actually exist right in the centers of early galaxies, which is something we weren't sure about.
It gives us a brand new way to study how galaxies themselves are built. And it basically challenges all our old models about how these massive stars and supermassive black holes interact. I think the astronomer Alex Filippenko really nailed it with this quote. He said, "We've basically been given a front row seat to the most extreme physics in the universe. We are literally peering into one of the cosmos's most violent laboratories, watching the fundamental forces of nature go completely wild."
The discovery of Superman just proves that our universe is still packed with surprises. And it really makes you wonder, right? If a record-breaking event like this was hiding in plain sight for 5 years, what other incredible cosmic secrets are just waiting for us to look a little closer?